Multiverse of Pop Entertainment. To explore our complete lineup,
I've never even heard of it.
head over to FenixMedia.us or like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Fenix Media.
Okay.
Ready,
From
set,
Feature Story News in Washington, I'm Nina Maria
Oh,
Fox for the
that's
latest
cute.
world news.
That's a good
Russia
one.
has recalled its ambassador to the
Okay.
United States
Thank
to
you,
assess
Melissa, for
relationship
giving
with
us that
Russia.
Let's have a seat. We're gonna
I'm
start
all
with you
dry.
today.
Vladimir Putin is a killer. Julia Chapman has more.
Ambassador to the US and
When they give me a hard time, like I
asked to
remember
return
when,
to
remember
Moscow
when
for
you would download music
consultations.
like on
A statement from the
This is
foreign
like
ministry
Remember LimeWire?
reversed the degradation of
Okay,
the
so he
pending
showed me like
100-day
one
milestone of the Joe Biden administration was a good opportunity to discuss how to do that. In an interview that aired on Wednesday, President Biden was asked if he thought Vladimir Putin was a killer, to which he answered, "I do." He said there were areas where Russia and the US could cooperate, but President Putin will pay the price for lessons learned, which Russia denies doing. The U.S. Department of Commerce issued new sanctions against Russia on Wednesday.
Authorities in Atlanta, Georgia, say the man suspected of killing 8 people at 3 NASCAR charlots may have acted in vengeance. 6 of the victims were
tomorrow doing a
the
takeover.
suspect denies that race was a motivating factor. William Denzelo reports from Atlanta.
Extra love.
Along the 21-year-old suspect told police that he had a sexual addiction and he was seeking to eliminate it. Unfortunately, we heard from Sheriff Frank Reynolds of Cherokee County, who says the gunman may have frequented these bars in the past and may have been lashed. According to the suspect denies a racial motivation. Investigators will continue to look into that. Of course, of the 8 people that have lost their lives at these 3 spas across the Atlanta area, the age of 7 were women. We heard from U.S. President Joe Biden. He says that the shooting was, quote, very troubling. He says, though, he is not going to make a comment on the motivation until he hears further answers from the Justice Department.
Have you been sick all week?
William Denslow, Atlanta.
The European Union's warning that AstraZeneca fails to deliver enough doses of its COVID-19 vaccine to the bloc, the EU may prevent exports to the UK, where the vaccines also could be. Stuart Smith has more from Brussels.
After meeting with representatives of the 27 member states, EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen says the EU is reflecting on 2 options.
If the situation does not change, we will have to reflect on how to make exports to vaccine-producing countries dependent on their level of readiness.
She also suggested another option could be to stop exporting vaccines to countries which have vaccination rates higher than the EU. Both of those could be the UK. AstraZeneca says it's not broken its contract with the EU, as it only promised a best effort attempt at delivery.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started
Joe Biden. He says that the shooting was, quote,
visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now? Nothing. That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, then pack at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. The shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are you pointing your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes twice a day, making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke. When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say the words, but their body language will tell you. Look for fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You're supposed to bring me a baby Barbie. You can do this. All
right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
You know, out in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
And welcome to About Town Deb City Talk. I am so excited to be back in Carson City. Today, I am at an amazing, adorable little bistro, Bella Vita Bistro, and it's all about family here, and that's what Carson City is about, as well as Reno. So Lori should be coming over, and Jesse. So we're gonna have there's Jesse right there. Lori, come on in. Okay, we have Jesse's gonna come right here. Jesse's gonna sit there. So we are excited to be here today because it's all about family. It's all about cooking, and it's all about. Let's do a cheers, Jesse.
Cheers!
So
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. So this is Jesse Baxter. We're so happy that you're here today, and I'm so excited to see what we get to sample to eat.
Some good corned beef and cabbage.
It's good corned beef and cabbage. So. Hang tight.
Absolutely.
And Lori's mom will be here in a second. So while I'm waiting for our amazing guests to arrive, I just want to thank everybody again for tuning in to City Talk with About Town Deb. And I also want to thank FenixMedia.us, Christian behind the scenes. Thank you. You can visit all of our shows, learn more about being a sponsor at FenixMedia.us 24/7. So we're so happy about that. You can text me. Personally, I will, Jazzy Georgia might get the message, 775-741-2596, or chime in on the Facebook pages or wherever you're watching, and you can watch the replay. We've got all that done. So the best part and the most important part is to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Kim Surratt with Surratt Law Practice. Thank you, Kim. We want to thank Kurt Allure with Gratis Gifts Processing. Thank you. Without you guys, we also want to thank Biggest Little Fashion Truck. They always make sure I have cute tops. We love them. And the music is by Dee James. Go to ddjames.com and Caliber, of course. Make sure my hair is blonde and my braids. So all the thank yous are done. Lori is here. Where is your wine? Get your wine. Now we can do an official toast. So cheers to Lori and Jesse, and Courtney's going to be here in our next segment or the segment after because she is working her little tail off, so these two can be on the show with us. Yay. So what is About Town Deb been up to? You know me, I love to collaborate. That is the best thing. I love connecting community people. I love partnering. So I just want to let you know, if you have not joined the Facebook page, we have a special going on, a collaboration with Kimmy Candy. They're having a new I want to way out there, whey protein. So as you're about town, you could get your whey on. I don't know. I'm just trying to be funny. I don't think I'm as perky Debbie as normal. So we want to thank Kimmy Candy for partnering. And also, I'm really excited that this Saturday, I am hosting a Weird Reno. You heard of Weird Reno, you guys? So it's a magical history tour downtown Reno.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I am so excited. So collaborating again, Tahoe Blue Vodka is providing the vodka to make a About Town Deb Nevada drink that we are going to be hosting and sharing with our guests. And also, amazing. Duranda's Chocolates is providing chocolates for our guests before we take out on our walk. So again, how cool is it that community comes together?
Love
and the $25 donation price for the About Town Deb tour that I'm doing is going to Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation.
Amazing. Love that.
You mentioned something, you guys, speaking of giving back, you guys give back a lot. And you help your community. So we have a few minutes, so I'm just going to go into giving back right now because you are a family business and you're locally owned here. So tell us why is it important for you guys to give back? Before we even hear your story, giving back means a lot to you.
Well, I think because it's been very difficult times for everybody.
Especially this year.
And
especially this year.
We've had amazing customers that when they couldn't even come in to eat would park outside all of our normals and would order all their regular things and
just to support us.
And it made us really feel like, wow. And then we had some customers that gave us money, donated money and said, we want to help. And so we fed the community. Anybody that came in, if they were in any way impacted by COVID, they were out of jobs, any of their businesses closed, we just fed them. They came in and they got complimentary meals. So that was super cool for us. But
I love it.
We do a lot of, different things. My granddaughter, who just turned 5, has got type 1 juvenile diabetes. So we do some fundraisers.
I love it.
We've done fundraisers for the community.
Steven's paraplegic and
fundraisers for him.
Gosh. We work with high fives.
I love high five. Oh my gosh.
I have 5 grown children, but my other son became a paraplegic 6 years ago.
6 or 8.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, long story short, he's on the Paralympic bobsled team.
I love it. I think
he's
there's
a World Cup racer. So.
I think we have more stories. We will be back, or we may invite you to Rena.
Yeah.
We have lots to talk about.
Yeah, there's some cool things.
I love it. So speaking about when we do come back, we have an announcement. You're going to hear it first on City Talk. Thanks to our amazing interns, we want them involved in how to better ourselves. You can always learn, right, from others.
Mm-hmm.
So starting the first week in April, I want to say April 7th, we will be at 5 o'clock instead of 4 o'clock. And we're going to be taping on Tuesdays so that all of us can chat with you in the chat box. So I like being interactive. So with that said, it's almost time for a break. It is About Town Deb with City Talk. When we come back, we're going to find out the story behind the amazing Baxter family. It's About Town Deb. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Just smile.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate a buck to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to Gratis Gives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to Gratis Gives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting Gratis Gives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Back to the show. Welcome back. It's About Town Deb with City Talk, and we are so excited to be in Carson City. Right, like what? How many minutes from Reno? Like 30?
About 25
minutes.
30 minutes max, yeah.
So
with the new
not
freeway.
that far. And so I am happy to be here with Lori and Jesse Baxter, mom and son. Courtney will be joining us very, very soon. Bella Vita Bistro. I am so impressed. I'm not good at directions, so I have to say George and I somehow ended up at the back of the. So are you located inside the Carson City Mall? Is this what this is called?
Carson Mall.
Carson Mall.
Yes.
Mall.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know, so I was like, we're driving around, and it's really quaint inside here.
Yeah.
I really like it. I really like it a lot. So I'm happy to be here. And now that we are here,
we're happy to have
family,
you.
I'm happy to be here. So one more cheer so people can see we're enjoying amazing wine. So you have an amazing bar. And I noticed when I was snooping by the bar, you have infused, is it infused vodka?
Yeah, infused vodka.
Do you do it yourself?
We do, yep. We do it all here. Local stuff that we like, different
But like
ingredients.
lemongrass and jalapenos.
Ginger.
Dill is one of my absolute
Okay,
favorites.
We might need to have a little sample
Oh, yeah.
of one of those before we go.
Yes, we
I
do.
just had to throw that in because I did not want to forget, because I think that anytime you have a local family restaurant and they take the time to infuse their vodkas or make that drink special for you, it says a lot about caring and about being there for all of us. So appreciate that. But before we even go on to where they are now, where did you get started, and how many years have you been doing this? I know you mentioned something about that earlier.
24 years.
24. Like you look like she looked like she's 25 years old. You look amazing.
I'm her third.
I just had my 11th grandchild.
Wow.
Jesse just gave me my 11th grandchild and 5 grandkids.
Jesse, congratulations.
Thank you, 3 girls, yeah.
Jesse, you look like a baby too.
I know, I am still a baby.
So you must be doing something right to have a family business where the family's together.
It's all about our food we take in, good food, good life, good wine.
Well, so tell me, whose vision was this? What was your vision, and what made you go, I want to do this, and I want my children? Because when you started it, they apparently weren't ready to work at that age. So
Okay, so I'm going to make a really long story short.
Whatever you like.
I had made a little money. I'm founder of something called Pump Toppers. So
say that again.
The signs that sit on top of gas pumps, they're called Pump Toppers.
Pump Toppers, yeah.
So I'm the founder of Pump Toppers.
Whoa.
And so I ended up selling that business and I made some money. And
I'm so excited.
I was able to do something that I was passionate about. And I'd always been passionate about food. And so I say, and I'm pretty gutsy, I said, I'm going to open it. And they were all little.
So how old were they?
Okay, so
let's make this
Allie,
real.
Allie was 1, and so my oldest would have been 10, and Jesse
about
was
4
4
or
or 5.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to open a restaurant. And everybody said, you've lost your marbles, hardest business. Why would you ever want to do that? Blah, blah, blah. I had an advertising business, so that's what I
love
knew.
to hear
And
that.
marketing. And then I had retail shops. And so I'd done I'd always been an entrepreneur.
Rock star woman,
Anyway, long story short is I decided to open a restaurant. So we opened our first restaurant called the Daily Scoop. It was an ice cream parlor in the front, restaurant in the back, and my maiden name was Daily.
Oh,
so anyway, it was kind of
and
fun.
Get the Scoop?
Yep, Get the Scoop. So it was quaint. We did some really fun things. And the long story short, again, is that all the kids grew up in the restaurant business. They started as bussers, then they worked their way up to servers, and all the things. We did it all. They dishwashed. We did lots of parties. Then we started catering. So catering has been our consistent thread that we've had for the 23 years. Wow. But this is our 6th restaurant. So besides doing restaurant, we have different divisions now, which are super fun. We do 5 farmers markets a week. We didn't last year because
5 a week. Not only do you run the restaurant, you're doing farmers markets.
When the season starts. So that's usually May.
And much more.
And the catering all of that.
A lot more.
And then we do a healthy living program.
I'm
so
excited.
we serve food Monday through Thursday, doing healthy living. And then my daughter Courtney, which you'll meet, she
Can't
does
wait.
our delivery program, which is super cool. And it came in so handy that we'd already been doing it. COVID
And
started.
we've been doing that 4+ years now, too.
4+
5 years.
So you were already doing it.
We were already doing it. So we didn't have to reinvent the
So
wheel.
you were that
which was cool.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah, which was
was
really
already
good.
there with you. You already had a vision.
So we've got. So anyway,
okay. You know what? Come on. Well, you know what? At About Town Deb, we just roll with the punches.
Peek
So
your head
Courtney,
here,
come here, Courtney.
Poke your head right
Courtney,
here.
come on over here. Can we see? Now this is a family. That's why they're. So Courtney.
Yes.
You are number one rock star. All of you guys are a team.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing and the whole delivery part. Because right now this is a big deal. This last year. So
We basically have 2 girls that do Carson. I do Minden. We used to make gourmet sandwiches. Each sandwich comes with a bag of homemade chips and dip. And I just go to every business in Minden, Gardnerville, and I walk in with my little basket full of my sandwiches and sell what I have till I'm sold out. So we started that like 5 years ago off of a whim, and it has been very successful.
So I heard something everybody knows about Town Deb loves chips. Did I hear homemade chips?
Homemade
chips and dip, yeah.
By chance, are there any around?
Oh, we'll send you with a bag.
I might want one now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Go
Grab some
grab
chips.
a basket of chips and dip.
Grab a basket.
And she's been doing that since we
My
started the
very
Daily
first
Scoop.
restaurant, we did chip and dip.
Same recipe. We've been doing it for years.
And that's what we sell at the farmers market.
And
And
we
usually
started
by
hand
11
slice,
a.m. we sell out of all of our chips and dips.
Oh, I
at the
can
farmers
totally
market.
see that.
So it's been super fun. We do 4 different kinds of chips, and then we do 2 different dips, and then we make gourmet cheese spreads.
Oh.
Jesse does a Japanese sea salad.
Black truffle aioli.
Oh wait, what was the what'd you call?
Black truffle aioli.
Okay, you even have truffle. Okay,
Yeah.
we're talking like bringing it up a notch to have truffle. Okay, come on, photos. Who's gonna take a photo of this? Check this out, guys. Can we see?
Our homemade potato chips, and we've got both of our dip, garlic parmesan, and sun-dried tomato
We're
basil.
gonna put this to the camera because we want you to see this.
And everybody that comes into the restaurant gets a complimentary basket of chips
Oh,
and dip.
I'm
So
having
it's
a bite.
our
You're
version
gonna have a
of
bite
bread and butter. So
as I'm sampling this, get on in here, Courtney.
I'm
So
in.
Courtney, I gotta ask you, what is it like working? No, who's the oldest of the
Who do
siblings?
you think's older?
I don't
It won't
ask
hurt
me
our
that.
feelings. It won't
hurt her.
I want to say Courtney.
Courtney,
Yeah.
Woo! So, what is it like having your baby brother? What was it like having him start here? Well, I have a bite because I can't wait.
You know, we have so much fun together. I wouldn't change it for the world. Working with my family is the best thing. I mean, in every different aspect. Yes, there's days that we want to kill each other. And the funny thing, Mom always says, because we're doing we're going over different things about the restaurant. Me and Jesse will agree on something and Mom will disagree. And
say, do not get
The
not
longer
get
we work together, though, the better we get. The longer we continue this, the better we get.
And the sad thing for me is the longer they've worked together, the more they agree with each other.
Oh, and then you're in
less
trouble.
with me, which is a problem.
So tell me what these spreads are, because that's
So
one of your popular-
sun-dried basil,
amazing.
garlic parmesan. So
Okay, I'm glad that I'm not smooching anybody tonight because this is amazing garlic. So good. I'm going to hand this off to Jazzy Georgia, and we're going to share. Being brother and sister and mom, did you ever have like a little bit of a tug of war, like who's the boss?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about what it's like.
Absolutely.
Well, it's funny. So he's younger than me, but we always make jokes that everybody here at the restaurant, it's like the big Hefe, but it's.
I'm just a little more outspoken, I'm a little more vocal, and she's a little more gentle and on the softer side. So I always tell her she's got to speak up and act her part and do and don't feel bad about it. She's the boss and I'm the boss and she's the real boss.
I'm the nicer one.
We all have to answer to her.
At the end of the day.
We answer the big Hefe over here.
So how proud are you knowing that you've worked all these years, so many years building this amazing business that's giving back to the community, providing an amazing food and service and love in your heart and soul. How proud are you to have your children here with you?
I'm beyond. Sorry.
Get emotional.
Yeah. No, I'm real here.
I'm emotional to a fault probably, but it is so joyful knowing that, two people that I love and trust with everything in the world, support what we're doing. It's their business too. And I have so much fun and I learn every day. They love me enough to tell me what, how I can be better. And that's kind of my goal, is to wake up and be a better version of myself than I was the day before. But they're rock stars. I mean, he handles more back of the house. She's front of the house. I mean, we do really fun events. We roll up our sleeves every day, no matter how hard it is. And we figure out ways to get it done and to stay open for our 9 employees that, depend on us to pay their bills and, make things happen. So it's nothing but a pleasure.
So how do you balance all of this? We have less under 2 minutes for this question. How do you balance mom, grandma, business owner? How do you do that? And with all the struggles that come in owning we may have to finish that the next segment, but go ahead. How do you do that?
I've always had a tremendous amount of energy. I just turned 60 and I am finding that as I've gotten older, I I don't juggle as many balls in the air as well as I used to, but that's what's so cool, is they're juggling now.
Yes, I love
that's
it.
what's really fun. And I see, a future where I can do other things and, they just make it all happen. So, but yeah, I've got a great team. That's how I do it. Really.
You know what? I got to say, I feel the same way right now because this last few months, I've expanded my team with Melissa, and she rocks it, and Sienna and Matt, and we've had Georgia and Design on Edge and all of our team. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am. So I don't want to start crying either. But I really feel that people out there, you need to realize that I can't do this alone. And having
like we
a good
say,
team.
one team, one dream. We have it on our
it.
wall out there.
We have a big
all the time.
one team, one dream.
And we can't do it by ourselves. It's all together.
As my good friend Danelle Perlman with Reno Tahoe Limo said, dream work is teamwork. But teamwork is dream work. Which way is it?
Teamwork is dream work.
Teamwork is dream work. So with the dream work, we're going to take another quick break. We want you to chime in, send us your questions. If you're watching the replay, put replay. If you have a favorite story, if you have a family-owned business, we'd love to hear about it. We'll be right back. City Talk About Town Deb. We'll be right back.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to Gratis Gives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to Gratis Gives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting Gratis Gives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You're listening to Fenix Media, the future of broadcasting. Listen live at phoenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to About Town Deb with City Talk. Once again, Carson City rocks. We're so happy to be here. And better yet, what better place is to be with amazing people that have hearts of gold, family-owned business. I'm happy to be here at Bella Vita Bistro. I have Lori, I have Jesse, and Courtney is right over here. And we're just so grateful that you guys are sharing your hearts and souls with us. But before I forget, talking about family, Grandma B and Aunt Glenda, you know how Carol Burnett does this? I just say I love you both. And without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So I always want them to know how much I love them. So I love you guys. There's my shout out because you got to mention family and my boys, but they're older. They're like, Mom, don't embarrass us. I shouldn't be saying this right now because they're like, they don't like what I do. So we're going to go back to, I want to go back to food because I'm telling you right here, this, I hope I will be able to share, but I love to share, so I will share. So I'm going to go to Jesse.
More, by the way.
More. So
big bins of chips.
Big bins of chips. So who does all the potato peeling? Do you have to? Are those skins on?
There are skins on. Yep. So we used to 23 years ago hand slice. And up until about 3-4 years ago,
and he created this whole drill system.
But we don't want to talk about it too much online because it's a patent we got to get. But
I like it.
We used to hand slice on a mandolin. One potato at a time. Hand slice. We rinse our potato. We rinse all the cut potato and we soak them and get all the starch out, and we fry them low temp, 300 degrees, and get them nice and golden brown like they are there.
They're
and
amazing.
We season them with our secret. We call it a Cajun seasoning. Almost.
I love it.
And we've upgraded to a new chip slicer, but it's still
won't share this.
It's not a mandolin anymore, but it's also not completely electric because we do a lot of chips. We do a ton of chips. Yeah, we do probably at least 150 pounds a day.
Oh wait, potatoes or chips?
Of potatoes, 150 pounds of potatoes a day.
How many potato sacks are those? Like 5 pounds, 150 pounds? What do you?
They're boxes. Yeah, they're 50 pound boxes.
When farmers market starts, we probably have.
We're doing about 350 a day.
We probably have 1,000 bags of chips.
Yeah. So do you have somebody who just does that?
Yeah.
Once the season starts.
Yeah, once the season starts. Right now, we have kind of everybody doing it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go to food.
Yeah.
Chef here.
Yep.
At what age or when did you know that, Mom, I want to become a chef? I want to be that. I want to be that guy for you.
Yeah. Well, I was not thrown into it, but I was grown into it.
Grown into it.
Yeah, I was grown into it, and I've always loved food, and I always will. And I started, I don't know, 7, 8 years old at one of our restaurants.
So we started.
So let's hear about that.
Okay, so Wasabi's, which was our sushi bar.
Well, Daily Scoop is where I started.
Yeah, so we started out at Daily Scoop, which was our first place, and he was a busser, and he was young. Then we opened Wasabi's. Courtney became a server. She's
2009.
an unbelievable server.
Or no, it would have been 2002.
Yeah, 2003. Because it closed. Anyway, long story short, is he was a busser at Wasabi's, and he was making great money. And our sushi chefs, who became my partners, said, let's teach him how to make sushi. Well, he was like, no way, I'm not interested.
Still in middle school at this time.
Yeah, he was middle school. He's
Mind you, middle school, learn how to make sushi?
I'm making great money, I'm a busser, I don't want to learn how to make sushi.
I don't want to work hard. Busters work hard, though.
Yeah, I work hard, but I was still, I was in middle school. I was going through my stages.
So we talked him into it, and he has become an amazing sushi chef, and he does classes and lessons and all the things. But that's what he ended up. He left busing, and he became a sushi chef, and he ended up being able to travel.
I worked all over, and I worked under really, really good chefs throughout my years.
So speaking of that, what chef inspires you the most, and why?
I'd say ultimately what chef inspires me the most, just to be genuine and who I want to be and doing it how I like to do it, is definitely Anthony Bourdain.
Wow.
He's a legit, chef, and it's too bad he's passed away. But he was raw and he was real, and that's who I am. I'm definitely, I don't sugarcoat nothing, so that's what I like to do.
That is what I love about right now with you guys, because we're just being real and we're going for it. So I have a list of questions, but we don't even care about that because it's really about your heart and soul.
Yeah.
So when I read on the website, so what's your website? Well, we're right there.
BellaVitaBistro.com.
BellaVitaBistro.com. Because I was looking at the website and I'm like, sushi? Like bistro? So how cool is that?
Yeah.
That you and do you just do it here?
Yeah,
like
I do it. I go to people's houses. So I worked at many different sushi bars, and when I decided to, I was working in Tahoe for a long time at the Naked Fish. They're amazing people up there. I worked at a lot of places, different sushi bars up there, but the Naked Fish is definitely one that stuck with me. Then I decided to move back home. I moved to San Diego, worked down there at some sushi places at a golf resort, Palo Mesa.
Okay.
Moved back home, and I decided instead of working, not against my mom and her businesses, but I wanted to be a part of it more, So I decided to open up Sushi to You. And it's an online, so I do. I bring it to you. I go to your house. I go to an event and I set it up. I do sushi at your house.
Okay, I'm
where the fun is.
My head is spinning because About Town Deb, she gets these ideas.
Yeah.
I am thinking we need to do an About Town Deb sushi night.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun.
It's fun. And through our caterings, we have a full, Asian, like area.
We can hit all that.
So I have a great idea. Melissa, pay attention. Step 2. Step 2 is having an amazing Devon golf tournament. Do they have a live auction for their golf tournament?
Yes, they do.
Maybe we could partner up and do a sushi party.
That'd be fun.
I don't think anybody's done a sushi party.
No.
What do you think, Melissa? Because Melissa also works for Step 2.
Okay.
So that's why I see how the universe works.
I also work for the Great Ring of Balloon
Oh, the balloon races too. So I'm thinking that, you know what? I see that collaboration.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved when you said about the sushi with your mom. I can either go out and do something or I can partner. And I feel like all of us, especially now coming out of all this, we need to think, how can we work as a team? How can we build each other up? And if we're in the same line of business, how do we help each other?
That's right.
I think we can't compete. We need to be a partner.
And the atmosphere is so fun. You can't beat being at home or being at an event
excited.
to where you're not having to go out and pay for it in a restaurant. You can just be in the comfort of your own place.
I feel so blessed right now.
Ditto.
I was this morning, I was like, I had a headache and I couldn't sleep good. I'm like, oh, my energy. And I said to Georgia, I have a feeling when I get here and meet you guys, I feel like 110% Advil right now.
We feel very blessed.
You guys are my Advil. So we talked about food. So let's talk a little about wine and charcuterie. What do you have going on with that already?
So March 20, but March 25th, well, we do a couple events a month.
Okay, come on, Courtney, get back over here. Courtney's going to come back over.
We did one last month.
Let's talk about this.
So much fun. We do a charcuterie board. We're kind of really well known for our charcuterie boards. We do a lot at caterings, and that's become super popular. We do all different ones. But we do a charcuterie board, and then we do 15 different varietals of wines.
What?
Or varieties of wines, I should say. And they get 6, tokens, and they get 6 pours. And they get their charcuterie board. For every 2 people, you get 1 charcuterie board. So that was on the 25th. A couple, like last week, we did a bite night.
So was it here?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we
Okay.
do 6 different appetizers, and then same thing, 6 different wines, but they were different wines. We're going to do a sushi night. We're going to do a dumpling night. We do a dungeon and crab feed.
Gosh!
So we have a lot. We have really fun stuff. And then every Friday night, which Courtney and I, and not that Jesse hasn't, but it's kind of been our little passion because we
Mom and daughter.
Friday nights.
Well, I'm in daddy's stage, so I've got 3 little ones right now, so I definitely.
So he's home on Friday nights, and Courtney and I are rocking it down here. But
taking care of my wife and my little ones, as much as I can. So.
But we do live music every Friday night,
and is it usually the people who play? Are they local?
They are. Everybody's local.
Yep.
So once the weather warms up, we have this huge patio out front, and we have 100 people out on the patio.
It's fun.
And it's so much fun.
People start
Everybody
pulling up and bringing their lawn chairs.
And even with social distancing, we can spread all the tables with the umbrellas, and we do a little bar out there, and it's a ball. When the weather's not nice, like right now, we
have a seat there, Courtney.
We bring live music in smaller groups. Instead of 5 or 6, we have 1 or 2. But we just bring them in here inside, and it's been really, really fun. And it's just another way that we're growing our business.
So I'm going to go to Courtney. So Courtney, the whole charcuterie, who came up with the whole charcuterie doing that kind of stuff? Mom did.
Yeah, Mom did.
So what is your
favorite? We all she brought it up, and so we all had our little meeting, and it was a good idea, and it's been fun. I didn't know how it was going to go, and the first night we did it, it was a blast. It was easy. People
had
loved
so
it.
much fun.
They loved
People
that
were
kind
just
of stuff.
raving. They just said, "This is what we need in Carson."
It is. I totally agree.
Say, and then have good wine and something where you can nibble and chat and not be in like a smoke-filled bar with a bunch of
And that's what people said is they were like, "This is so cool because it's different. We're getting to really visit." Couples came in, girls came in. Groups of younger people, because that was super fun to see a bunch of 20-ish, 30s coming in, and just a big group having a great time. So some of my ideas don't always fly, by the way,
so
but
you gotta try them.
one.
You gotta try them.
Yep, it was a
so,
good one.
Courtney, do you have a favorite pairing? I mean, what's your favorite cheese? Because I like brie cheese, I like goat cheese, I like manchego. Before we go to break, what's some of your favorite? Do you have a favorite cheese? Do you have a favorite cheese? I'm like a cheese.
Definitely not Chihuahua.
It's not Chihuahua. Is there a Chihuahua? It's a dog.
No, that's a cheese.
Chihuahua is a cheese?
I'm a huge blue cheese fan.
Oh,
I love all
I
sorts
like-
of blue cheeses. A Roquefort, a Point Reyes. I love a lot of different, just funky cheeses, but I also love a nice aged Gouda. I love the crystals. I love a crystally cheese. Yeah, I love lots of cheeses, though. We could go to town on charcuterie board.
Okay,
he has a 1-year-old, and that's like her favorite thing.
Yeah, both of that.
What do they call it? Cooterie board?
They call it charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Well,
The charcuterie board, Dad.
You need to come here. You need to try the charcuterie board and all the amazing food. Take a break. We come back. We're going to see what is happening on the menu tonight. About Town Deb with City Talk. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media, the future of broadcasting. Explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And we're back to City Talk About Town Deb. I can't believe this is our final segment. I get so frustrated when that happens. But you know why? I'm more frustrated, but also excited, because I've just met the most incredible family. So I'm going to give a cheers.
Thank you.
To Lori.
I feel we'll be friends.
Courtney, we are, and Jesse.
Long time.
And you know what happens with About Town Deb? When I connect, you're stuck with me. Like,
I love
I'll
that.
be like 80, and
I
you'll
love
be
that.
like, hey,
Yeah.
can I have some chips? That will be me. But no, we've talked a little bit about, okay, those chips. Our crew here is loving the chips. Before I go to what we're having for dinner, you guys are when your specials. You said tell us a little bit about the truffle. Like, tell us how you get those, or black truffle, or what?
So
what is that?
we do black truffle chips and dill pickle chips, corn tortilla chips, flour tortilla chips, and regular potato chips. So black truffle, we order it from an Italian company. They import it in, and truffle is like a fungus, like a mushroom. It is a fungus. It's a mushroom. Grows underground, only located in a few countries.
Very distinct.
Pigs, dogs.
You either like it or you don't.
I know. Oh.
So super cool.
And our black truffle aioli.
So is that what? No, the aioli. Is that what we have?
No.
That was just.
That's one of our farmers market
Okay,
items.
that's a farmer's
It's a
market.
black truffle aioli, so great on like a grilled meat. You do a little dollop and it
Burger.
oozes all over your burger or your
Oh,
steak, artichoke.
Oh
you
my
dip it in.
gosh! Are
So
you
good.
not hungry? So as we're talking about food, it is St. Patty's Day. I am so excited to be in Carson City for St. Patty's Day. So, do you have something special on the menu for today?
We do. We have.
If you're listening and you're local, come on by.
Corned
but
beef and cabbage.
we're
I'll bring
gonna
it
show
over
that.
here to the camera.
Oh, look at that!
Nice hearty meal.
So come back over here and talk about it, because
Completely
they probably
homemade.
do you until you're over here.
Yeah.
So,
There,
are we
I'll
having
wait.
any forks around here? Or can I just
We
like?
do.
You know what? Who needs a fork? I'm just gonna.
Kind of lay it right here.
You know what? I love eating
Extremely
with my
tender.
fingers. Okay, so
Cooked
take a
with
fork.
love.
Come on in. It's okay. Whoever wants a bite. I'm just going to put them here when you're ready. So,
dig in.
Melissa,
Please
we're
dig
gonna
in.
bite.
That's
So,
for you
tell me a
girls.
little bit about the corn. Like, how did you make this? I know, isn't there a special way to make this?
There's definitely a special way. You can read on the internet. You want to get it to a boil. Get your corned beef. You definitely want to do your seasoning. Nice pickle seasoning. Pickling seasoning. It's got clove. It's got anise. It's got lots of different ingredients. They tell you to boil it and then to simmer it for an hour per pound. But we, as a catering company and restaurant, we have to improvise, and we do lots of different ways.
I'm so happy.
We cooked it about 20 hours in turn.
Because we had to make, so we did a lot because we did catering today.
We did about 50 pounds we had to cook at a time. So, that's how you get it nice and tender.
So you catered this to go for people today.
We did. Yeah, we did a bunch of lunches today for a company.
And I made corned beef for the sandwich delivery. We did corned beef sandwiches.
And how many did you make today?
I only took out 2. I should have. They were the first to go, so I should have brought out more. When he was making it this morning, I'm like, I want to take some.
Ingredient is the next step. You get your potatoes in, and then you get your carrots, and then you finish it with your cabbage. You don't want anything too mushy or too hard. You want to get it just right. So. Yeah, it turned out really, really good. You guys got to come down and check it out.
And we have a Irish fiddler coming in tonight to play a little Irish music. One of my close friends is an amazing.
I think that we're going to have lots of fun going on around here in Carson City. I may have to book them to come to Reno because they do catering. So what's the farthest you go for catering? Speaking of catering.
Farthest we've been was Redondo Beach. What? We did we go to Tonopah. We've done that 3 or 4
Redondo
times.
Beach?
Susanville.
Susanville. No, where's the one we went to this last one? That was outside of Winnemucca for an hour. And my family was like,
Hawthorne and
why did you book this? Because it was longer than we thought.
You know why you do it?
Because
it's about bringing people together through food. And people gather around the table.
Absolutely.
I'm not a big, I used to cook when the kids were little, but once the kids were grown up, I'm done. No more lunch sacks for me. I'm done. So I love the idea that I can come to a family-owned restaurant, and I feel like you become family. Yep. I already feel like we're family with you, and I'm so excited. So during all of this, I just want to say, what has motivated all 3 of you to get through the struggles of COVID, owning a business, not just COVID. You have employee issues, you've got payroll issues, you've got food issues where the freezer goes out. Do you have a story of how you had to overcome something so other people out there will know, hey,
you just got to persevere. Just keep forward and just know that there's always.
And everybody's struggling, so it's like everybody's going through it too, just as much as the next person. So
and basically,
do something you love.
Basically, we do love it. So that's the blessing is that we all really love all the pieces, and then we collaborate together to, because he's got his division, she's got hers, I've got my own thing. And we come together and we figure out from each of our own perspectives how to make it work. But I would say just grit and tenacity, wanting to survive. I want to leave this them, and I want it to be worth something. You know what I mean? I want them to be able to, go on and know that all this work was worth it.
And it has a story behind it.
Yeah, and what's super cool is last year we had, oh my gosh, hundreds of caterings that had to postpone, and 90% of them postponed. Not, only 10% had to cancel. And now this year is so amazing because we have lots of caterings, and it's just so fun because people are ready, I think, to get married.
Yeah.
They're ready to celebrate, a party or a reason. So we're all really excited about what the future is going to bring.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
for everybody, by the way, not just Bella Vita, we are so excited for.
So where do you
good stuff?
Where do you see yourself as a family or individual in 5 years?
I hope I'm on the beach in Mexico.
Yeah,
I
baby.
hope I'm on the beach with her.
Me as well.
We're all going to the beach. We're going to book a flight.
And their children aren't old enough to run it, so that won't be happening in 5 years. But I hope I'm Zooming with them, and they're telling me how amazing they're doing. So, no.
Okay.
Just a flawless running business.
Yeah, just everything's
get all the kinks out.
running good,
and people still give us, 5-star ratings.
Love it.
Have really great things to say about our food and can feel the love.
I have another,
in the environment and the food.
I have another question.
Yes.
So what does success mean to your family-owned business? Is it,
Well, success to me means that when I leave this world, which hopefully won't be for a long time, is that, people will remember me for, the kindness that I showed them. Stopping at their table. That's what's so cool about all of us, and not just us, but our staff, is people care about us.
And giving people what they want.
They came here and said, "We don't want you to close because we are."
Loves and
we're
tasting
connected.
amazing food and making it work for all the employees and being able to support our families. All of that is
that's
success.
I mean, we don't make lots of money by any stretch.
None of us are driving Ferraris or Lamborghinis.
Not yet.
We have no side by side. But we want that. We're working there.
But we're just still in the working mode, just being gritty and real and trying to make it day by day.
So website one more time. I want to make sure we know how to get you and where you're.
BellaVitaBistro.com.
And where, for the people who aren't in Carson City, give us a little bit of where you are at in Carson City for somebody who's not familiar.
Yeah, so we're in the Carson Mall,
right across from the Carson City DMV.
DMV, that house. Yes.
You got Sportsman's Warehouse is right here. Shots Bakery. We're right here, off of 1304 South Stewart Street.
Yep, well, lots of.
If you know where the DMV is, which everybody normally does, if you just look across the street, and you'll see us.
Yep.
Okay, I don't want to go. Can we just Christian, can we get an extra hour? No, just kidding. I really couldn't be more blessed to be here with you guys. I don't even know what to say.
Thank you. This has been so fun for us. So
I feel like what's good about this is next week, our theme, thanks to our amazing interns, we're going to highlight local mom and pop. And you guys are a family. And Kirk Allure, who's our sponsor with Gratis Gives, he has Gratis Gives credit card processing. So when you, a restaurant or a business, when somebody swipes the card, the fees are lower, but also a portion of the fees go back to a local charity.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you don't have to give, you just use the processing and they already give you a deal. So I'm really excited about focusing on our local community and mom and pop. And I thought, Gratis Gives, because they do a lot with nonprofits, they would be good. So that is next week. And I'm not sure, I think I'll probably be Zooming in next week. I'm not sure if we'll be live anywhere. We may have a little place we're live. We'll wait and let you know. So follow us at About Town Deb. It's on our website, our social media, everything. Just go to About Town Deb. If you have a story idea, if you want to sponsor us, we'd love to have you. We're really about giving back. And as we said about giving back, Saturday night, the Wild Reno, it's going to be continuing on the weekend. So go to wildreno.com, because if you aren't booked, I think we have a few more spots left on our tour. I also want to give a shout out. We're having a collaboration with Murray Chewy's in Midtown and Crystal Basin, April 13th. Yes, April 13th. So go to keep your eyes open About Town Deb. It'll be in our newsletter as well. We're gonna have it's a tapas and wine, and you get to try my About Town Deb wine label, and you can also buy it. That hopefully. So say goodbye. We don't want to. Thank you again. Let's get one more cheers. We got Lori. We got Courtney. We got Bessie. Bella Vita Bistro. Love y'all. Happy Daddy's Day. Cheers. About Town Deb.